Hello, everyone, on this exciting day of the first presidential debate where the world went crazy. But we live in the world of chess, and so let's play some chess. Also, I got a message. I been told all the cool things that I can do on chess.com. Okay, let us continue our climb. So let's get to live chess. Let's play a 15-10 game. And again, we'll talk about moves, we'll take advantage of people's mistakes, and we will try to get better. Let's go. Okay, let's I'll play different openings. Let's play knight f3. I'll play d4, c4, e4. Okay, we can get back to the e4 world. We can play d4, we can play c4, we can fianchetto. All of these things are possible. Um, let's see what he does against d4. Okay, and I can play c4, which is fine. Again, fianchettoing is possible. I can get back to the e4 world, which will probably transpose into weird French. Probably like a weird French. Let's play weird French. Okay. If he plays d5, it will become a weird French. Otherwise, he has a knight here. And in a lot of these lines, he wants to play c5, which is hard when you have a knight on c6. So let's see what happens. Bishop e7. It's a chess move. It's not the most amazing chess move, but it's a chess move. Okay, I can develop. I can play bishop d3, but I guess then he can play here and then c5. So I can play bishop e2. I mean, let's play knight c3, see what happens. I can also play c4 and get an extreme center. And the interesting question is, why not? Unless I want to castle long, then c4 is probably slightly less good. Okay, let's play knight c3. But again, many moves are possible. I'll just develop bishop e3 and see what he does. Again, this is less of a specific opponent, but more just how to play positions. Okay, reasonable. He wants to put a bishop here, put some pressure here. Sometimes there are ideas of b4, which will kick this knight, which protects this pawn. So, again, many different moves. Let's play bishop here. If I get kicked, I can drop back. Knight b4 is an interesting possibility, after which I probably go bishop e2. I do not, yeah, so bishop e2. I do not want that trade, so let's drop back. I'll need this bishop later. And the plan is to castle. I might want to kick him, it all depends. If he plays c5, I'll probably let him hang out here for a while. Now I might kick him just because I can. Yeah, because also he wants to play c5, which is a better version now, so let's kick. Make him go away. And let's cancel. Unless... no. I could play d5, but it's not amazing. So let's cancel. Okay, knight f6, hitting the pawn. The pawn is defended. Interesting question is if I want to build up more. I would like to open up the center because I'm better developed, but it's hard. If I play this move, he can play knight here. If I play this move, he can play knight here. Which, again, not ideal. I can bring my bishop back here, I guess. Well, let's play queen c2. Let's connect our rooks. Let's see what happens. Okay, nothing special. Let's bring the rook. Maybe not. Okay, knight g4. Knight g4 is a sensible move. The question is, do I want to allow this trade? The answer is maybe. Um, the other option is bishop here. Does he have pawn e5? He might. No, but then I can drop back, I guess. Alright, let's not allow this yet. Let's play bishop here. Okay, so he's thinking. His bishop probably belongs here. His knight definitely does not like it on this square. He would like to be able to play c5. e5. e5 is expected. So if I think he takes, I drop back. The question is, can I target this thing or not? I can also just drop back immediately, which is probably better. So let's drop back. Let's drop here. Then it's interesting. So he takes, I take, he takes, I take. He gains more space though. Okay, fine. Such is life. This was not played in the best way. My position is solid, but not spectacular. Bishop here. Okay, so he's triple attacking this. It's playing well. He's very simply to take, so the question becomes, I can play this in several ways. I can play knight here, actually, because my knight is not doing anything else otherwise. Because I want to get rid of his bishop, and then it makes it easier for me to do stuff over here. I probably should do that. Yeah, let's do it. If he takes here, I can take here first. Maybe. If he takes here, I trade first, then I take here. My pieces are slightly more active, have a little bit more space, but my opponent is playing quite well. For his rating, he is playing very well. Alright. And another important thing is he's actually taking his time. He doesn't rush. Okay, so he took. Okay, so I have to take. I have no choice. So let's do it. Now the interesting question becomes, is if this trade is good for me. It's not terrible, but I don't think it leads to anything. That's the problem. I can kick the knight, but the knight goes to this square, and that's actually... Although then I can take here, so maybe I want this. So my guess is he'll have to go here, and this is something I want. So let's answer tonight the question immediately. I'm pretty sure he has to go here again. I just calculate here takes. This is not a discovery because my rook defends. Yeah. So again, I can take, because if he takes, I take with the queen. And this does not work because my rook defends my queen. So I just get a pawn here. Okay, so queen takes. And we just up a pawn. So he should have gone here. He played really well until that point, but then he made a mistake. A knight here would have, I mean, that's not the greatest knight in the world, but at least he's not down a pawn. Here I have a fairly simple plan. I can just trade. I also have two bishops. I don't need to trade immediately. I have... Wait, I don't have an extra pawn. Wait, I can't calculate, right? Yeah, I didn't have an extra pawn. Counting is an issue. I guess that's what happens when you play chess after 10 o'clock. Alright, so my minor advantage is in the fact that I have two bishops, so trade is not what I want to do. So apparently it's a little bit harder. So I'm going to play pawn here. If he goes here, I trade queens and life is amazing because I ruin his pawn. So it means after this move, he will have to do this. And maybe I can play e5, but I don't know how that helps me. This trade is not good for me. I'm trading off my bishop for his knight. He gets a pawn in the center, and his bishop is better than my bishop because my pawn is on the light square. So that's definitely not good. So again, f4 is the move pawn to be played, and my dark squares will survive. So let's answer the knight question. I mean, there is nothing else really. Okay, let's do it. There is no reason not to. He has to play here. He doesn't have a choice. Everything else, I take the queen. He has to take with a pawn, and his pawn is very suspicious. Well, all of them. Okay. The question is, what do we play after this? We can try something like bishop g4 and get him to trade. But then I might lose this pawn, though. That's a problem. So here, bishop g4, he trades queens, and he can start putting pressure on this pawn. I guess I can drop back, but maybe that version is not good for me. I need to be a little bit careful about this pawn. A little bit careful. Also, I need to learn how to count again, because what happened... Okay, no, this is not good. This is just fake, and we ruined his pawns. Okay, so he played really well. He made two small mistakes. He allowed me to have two bishops, and now he ruined his own pawn structure. So the question is, can I target this thing immediately? Something like here. The answer is maybe. So let's think. So here he defends with the king. I can bring one of my rooks up with the idea of going here. Yeah, it's a little bit questionable how he defends. So let's have the question immediately. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that immediately. He pushed. Okay, so I mean, now I'm up a pawn. It's actually a very good sacrifice for him. He does get a 4-3 advantage on this side. I have a 4-2 here. Then his pawns are broken up. But I guess the way he played it is best. Let's take. Let's take and see what happens. Okay, so he plays there. I probably should challenge his bishop directly. I should try to get my rooks over here. For now, we're hitting this, which ties his rook down a little bit. If he ever plays there, this could be defended. So let's challenge his bishop directly. And maybe I can check at some point. And again, the main idea is this rook needs to go here. This rook for the time being needs to cover this square. I might need to play this at some point. Knight d4 obviously is impossible right away. Okay, so he's preparing knight d4. Okay, so I can throw in this check. Don't think I need to do it yet. Let's activate the rook. And again, the rook wants to go up. Obviously not now. I don't want to take yet. I do have the two bishop advantage. I do not want to give it up. I do not want to. Also, if I take, he takes. The bishops which remain are the bishops of opposite color. We do not want that. It will. That's weird. I don't think going here helps. So the question is, do we play here and double attack his pawn? The answer is maybe. Okay, so let's calculate. So if I play here, yeah, that should just work, right? This does not work. I can even just take the knight. Okay, he defends. Okay, so now the question is this good now? I will win this pawn, but is that enough? Okay, so let's think. So I take, he takes, I play there, he plays there. That doesn't seem like enough, right? Yeah, that does not seem like enough. So what do we play? How do we make progress here? How do we make progress? It's not clear. Alright, so let's think about this. Also, is there a way I can like not make this go away? There we go. Pushing this pawn is a little bit too early. I can always do this later. Not here. I can play semi-weighted move. I would like to play rook here, so I need to stop this from happening. So, interesting question, can he do this? And try to trap my rook in? No, I don't think he can. Yeah, this just does not work. Okay, so let's play here. Let's keep his knight under control. And now my rook can... Okay, so he plays there, which I think is a mistake, because now he gives me this square. He also wants to trade, but... So let's think about this. So if I play here, he plays there, we trade. Yeah, I don't think I accomplished too much, that's the problem. I can also... I will need to take his bishop, though, that is the problem. I can also avoid the trade, but I don't think I need to avoid the trade. Also drop the rook here. If it takes, I take back with the rook, but I'm honestly not excited about that. I do want to keep more pieces on the board, however. Alright, let's play check. He has to block with the rook, there is nothing else there. What? But that's the pawn. I don't think I get trapped. So that's just a pawn. I mean, the downside is he triples me up here. And that makes it incredibly hard for me to make progress. So I don't think I can actually take that pawn. Wow. Don't think I can take it. So the question is, I can force a trade on this square, but that's not exciting either. Place, I can move my bishop. Don't want to trade. Yes, I have to. All right, fine. Let's trade here. Why can I not pre-move? Okay, so let's take back. I need to set pre-moves. I enable pre-moves. Alright, so I think he just forgot that his pawn exists. Yeah. He was playing well, and then he kind of lost attention. Stopped paying attention. He lost his focus. And in a chess game, you always need to stay focused. I think he played okay, but now this is just a matter of cleaning up. I'm up 2 pawns. Another one. It should fall very, very, very soon. It still will take. It's still going to take quite a bit of time. Okay, so he goes back. So this seems like the best move. Okay. And now we attack in this. We can also play here and combine on this line. We are also attacking this one. Alright, so I'm assuming we can just stay with the rook. Yeah, why not? So, again, this one is attacked. Okay, can't take my own pawn. Okay, so this is just one check. That's not scary. Also, if I take here, I'm attacking this, but he will throw this in first. So let's go take more pawns. Take this one. This is being attacked, but I'm expecting he'll check me. And we'll probably go to h2. Oh, he'll just go straight for this pawn. Okay. I mean, I can save it. That's a very superficial way of doing that. And I don't see a better way though. Alright, so let's do that. We can also maybe do this. Nah. Do I have tricks? I play here and go here somehow? Yeah, but I don't know what it does. Alright, let's be boring and we'll create a passed pawn on this side with either a4 or c4 at some point. h6. So this a check? Does it do anything? Probably does not. Although, I mean, it's interesting. I can play there than there. That's interesting. Let's poke. Just for the sake of poking. Alright, so now bishop here, probably, right? Yeah. We threatened this. This is pinned. Should be good. Still cannot take my own bishop. How do I make those things go away? One second. How do I make... Don't want to show you... Yeah, no. Much better. I do not want to see legal moves. Okay, so check and win the knight. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take this one. He has no choice, right? Let's take, remove. Okay, now I'm just up a full piece. This is also a checkmate. Okay, now it's not. Now it's a checkmate in two. I can play here, then here. He has to go here, and this is checkmate. Alright. He has one legal move. He's just realizing the futility of the situation and checkmate. Alright. Let us see. One mistake, one blunder. Let us see the terrible things which have occurred in this game. This is important, by the way. When you play a game, analyze it with a computer. As I mentioned last time, don't just blindly accept everything it tells you. But most of the time, it is going to be correct, more correct than you. The breakdown is probably around 97% versus 3%. Like, very, very, very few times you'll be right, but usually you will not be. But having said that, do not just blindly accept everything. Okay, 3 mistakes, 1 blunder. Wow. All right. Okay, so we control the center. Okay, we build the center. We continue. That was fine. That was fine. That was fine. That was fine. Alright, so it wants to play d5. Because I guess it takes away the square from the knight, and then this is a lot more efficient. Which makes perfect sense. Once again, it wants d5. Interesting. So it wants to play knight g2 with the idea that maybe this pawn can either go here or can even move up 2 squares. That's actually a very good idea. He castled. Rook d1 was fine. b4 slows down black's plans on the queen side, but rook d1 is fine. Knight g4. Bishop decides not to get traded. He attacks. It wants to take interest, and so I drop back. Bishop f6. And wants to trade again. He took first. Ha! So it wants to kick the knight first. Interesting. Because he can take back with the knight. Because when he takes back with the knight, he's attacking this pawn. Then I have to spend time to defend that pawn. Which makes life annoying. Which is why it wanted to kick the knight first. Which makes perfect sense. Alright, so now we kick the knight. We take the pawn. Take back. We kick the knight. The pawn of knight c4 it pressures this pawn. If this pawn moves, this pawn is free. Although then the knight cannot really leave if he... Oh, it kind of can. I could defend and try to go pick it up. Will be a little bit annoying. So this is better for white. By the way, notice, material is even, but white is plus 1.7. Okay, so the pawn gets attacked. Okay, he gives it up, taking his pass. This is pass. The bishop activates on the diagonal. Okay, so it wants to check immediately. It doesn't care too much about this line. And it wants to play rook here with the double idea of maybe doubling up, maybe swinging here later. Okay. It wants to do the same thing again. Check is fine. Yeah, and this is a mistake because now this is just a free pawn. Although, sorry, it's not a free pawn. I forgot what I was talking about because he takes, and then I have tripled pawns, which is not exciting. The computer wants to avoid the bishop trading the other way. And the way it wants to do it is this one, which is actually really good. It stops rook f7, which tries to defend this. And then, if black wants to defend this pawn, he has to do this. And his rook is insanely terrible. He can't push because then this pawn falls. So bishop h5 is actually a very nice move. Okay, he trades. Yeah, and he kind of forgets that all his pawns exist. And the rest is just me cleaning up. Quite an instructive game. My opponent did not make any obvious mistakes until probably close to this point. But these small inaccuracies which built up, where first he gave me the two bishops, and then he allowed me to ruin his pawns. Eventually, as you get better and better, that's how you will have to win games. It won't happen with just uh, your opponent blundering and you win something or you find a tactic. Sometimes it's going to be a boring positional game like this one where you build up your advantages until you get into something specific. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed this video. Our climb will continue in a couple of days. Please like, please subscribe, please tell everyone about this video, and I will see you all soon. Thank you.